ladies, and welcome to another episode of the Achievers Pod, where we bring about real stories and real tips for everyone who wants to achieve success. My name is Victoria Showumi, aka First Lady V. I am your host, and today, as always, I am excited because each time I get to bring in a guest on this show, is phenomenal, is amazing. These are women, powerful, phenomenal women making impact. And today I am sitting down with another trailblazer woman that is really moving and shaking things in the area of business, especially in the cocoa industry. So if we are someone who is into business, someone who really wants to make some good connection, who wants to learn what it takes, to build a successful business, to leave a mark, to leave your footprint, and also to be a blessing to other people, this one is for you. So grab a seat, grab your note, and come on closer. Let us dive into this session. So today I have the honor of meeting this phenomenal woman. Let me tell you, she's a powerhouse. And by the time we started talking, asking her question, you are going to really say, oh, yes, I got it. She brings a game to this show today. And that is the person of Homto Zaida Akpesi. So, Dokpesi. And she is here and she is going to introduce herself. And then we are going to start taking questions from her because she is in the cocoa business and she is doing amazing, amazing things. So, welcome. I'm Topua. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much. I'm very well, thank you. And I'm actually excited to be on your program today. Yes, I'm here to share and I'm also here to learn. So I'm grateful to be here and I'm thankful to be a guest on the show as well.
Thank you. Thank you so
So my
much.
name is Homto. Yes,
Yes, go
yes.
ahead. Yes, go ahead. Because that was going to be the next thing. Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself, whatever you want us to know, and the audience listening and
Uh,
watching as well.
okay. My name is Homto Dokpesi. I'm the managing director of Kehlora Global Ltd. And we specialize in the farming of cocoa, the processing of cocoa into cocoa butter, cocoa beans, cocoa nibs, cocoa powder, cocoa cake, cocoa mass, everything cocoa we create and we produce. We also produce cocoa shell butter. So yes, and we also export our products into the global market, basically to Europe, to the Netherlands, where like where the key demand for cocoa actually comes from, United States. So yes, so the global markets, we export our products as well to the global market, both the cocoa beans and the finished products as well. So nice to be on here again, and I'm ready for you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, guys, if you are thinking of cocoa, anything that has to do with that, this is the powerhouse behind that. She has a farm, she produces, she processes to the finished product that you can pick up on the shelf, like the cocoa butter, all of those things that we are actually going to talk about. So, listening to your story when we started, I was so inspired because you have some major setbacks, even getting into this business. But so let's take a step back and ask, how did you get into the business? What is the motivation of all the other businesses out there? Why cocoa business?
Interestingly, my desire to go into cocoa, I think actually started off when I was pregnant for my second child. And it was during the time of pregnancy, that period where you have time to calm down, to just, let go of everything. You're away from you just want to relax, just that period. So it was during that time. And then I thought, oh, wow, it would be nice to go into agriculture. I believe, oh, and I still believe that agriculture is like the next blueprint. That's if already it isn't. It's the next money making venture to go into. And at that point in time, when I thought of agriculture, I then researched which commodity is actually going to be like, a great commodity that one could go into and be able to make a mark and also be able to make adequate money from it. And then that was when I discovered cocoa. And that fueled my desire to go into the cocoa industry to have an understanding, because I had no understanding of this. I had no, I hadn't, the closest I'd been to cocoa would I would say Milo.
Mm.
The Milo beverage that we drink, that's the closest I'd been to cocoa.
Wow.
But I was determined at that point in time to go into the industry, find my way, and see what I could do and make out of it. So that, I think, was what inspired my move to go into the cocoa industry in the first place.
Wow. And that is
Yes.
amazing. One of the things that I picked up from what you shared, if people are going into business, is to really do a research and look for what is marketable and what is profitable. A lot of people, when they want to do business, they look at what others are doing and want to do similar things. But in your own case, you took the time to do a research. Like, okay, what is a commodity that is like everybody needs? It may not be something that is popular out there that people want to do, but that is going to be one of the things that I do talk about, like something that is bankable, what people can buy, and what is profitable, and what will be, and what we at least we sell out there. So thank you for doing that. That, I think, that is a great lesson for everybody that is starting business. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
When
wanted
we
to
were
say
having the
something.
conversation, yes, when we were having the conversation initially, I said something, right? I said that, for me, I do not believe in copying what another person has done. I don't,
Yes.
because I always say your grace is different from the grace of another person. So what might work for that person is not my own grace. I don't have the grace to work on that path. So I
Hmm.
will not do that. Right. I would rather go to a path that has been forgotten, or a path that people do not even think
Think
about. I
about.
will go there and leave my footprints on the sands of time. So that has always been I would never walk on the road that another has walked because another has walked there. And market research, in anything you do, market research is key. Until you have done proper market research, you have not started anything. You just want, if you don't do market research, you're just going there to dabble, and you find out that, okay, I remember then when there was this, when pure water, I think one person started this water in a sachet thing in Nigeria
Mm-hmm.
here. And then it became a business that everybody, all of a sudden, maybe someone saw one person was making profit from it. Everybody then decided, you did not do any research, or you didn't check, oh, what are the lapses this person is having? You didn't
Yes.
do nothing. There was no research. You just go into it. At the end of the day, maybe you do it one month, 2 months, 3 months, you see that no profit is coming in. You will drop it. Because of course, the idea was I'm going to go and make profit. But business is much more than that. Business is passion. You must have passion for that thing that you're going to do, because there are times when you will face challenges. So it is your passion that will keep you pushing in that business. Even when things are falling apart, it's just like marriage.
Hmm.
Sometimes they say love is not enough, but that friendship is what keeps that marriage going. So that
Going.
passion, you need it in business to be able to succeed and stay longer in business. That
Mhm.
passion is very important.
Is very important.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. So this is actually more than a session, because we are actually getting some nugget for business success, guys. So for those who are listening and those who are watching, be paying attention, because she is teaching out some great nugget for every business success. Maybe you thinking about it, or you already started. One of the things she said is doing your research, not copying every other person. You see people doing this, everybody doing this, and then you follow suit. It's gonna be very challenging for you. But in our own case, you took the time and look at the path that not so many people want to go on that path. It's okay to start something yourself, not copying other people. And I think that is a great lesson. And there she talked about having the passion for what you are doing, having that passion for what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So now let's talk about some of the challenges that you face, because sometimes, like you said, when we see other people selling water, selling whatever it is, in our mind we think everybody is making money, it is profitable, but we don't understand that sometimes they have their challenges that we may have no insight into. What are some unique because your path is different, right? Cocoa business, not so many people
Yeah.
are in that type of business. What are some of challenges that you've had to deal with, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Okay. So yes. So when I started out in the cocoa industry, I think it was like my third. I was sourcing and then I would export for the client. So it was like my third order that I had gotten, and from the same channel that I had been ordering from. And I sent him money because in our industry, you have to send money for them to source for you to be able to get for you. So it was my third order, and I'd sent money as was expected, or how it was done in the industry.
Hmm.
And I called as usual. 2 weeks, I had not heard from him, and I called to say, "Oh, where are the goods?" He kept telling me the goods were coming. A month had passed. Where are the goods? He kept telling me the goods were coming, and I never saw my goods, and I never got my money back. And when I called to even try, they said that's how it works in the industry.
Oh
When
my.
you give money and you don't get goods, that's how when it's gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. So at that point in time, yes, I was a bit taken aback.
Oh
And
my
then that
God.
prompted me to go to Cameroon to start transacting, to rent a farm in Cameroon, and start sourcing from Cameroon. And then again, the
As if you've never
Cameroonian,
had it enough. Oh mine.
I was I was to send money again, and then I sent money as well, and he was to come and deliver goods to Nigeria, to Tinkan Port here in Apapa. And he called me, I'd send the money, said, just send the money, sort out everything. I did, I sent the money. I even signed an MOU. I signed an MOU and I sent the money as he had asked me to.
Hmm.
He called me on Monday because he was supposed to deliver the goods on Wednesday. He called me on Monday. They're about leaving Cameroon, and
Hmm.
that on Wednesday he was going to get him. So on Tuesday I called him again. I hope everything is going well. He said they're almost close to Lagos. In fact, he's almost in Lagos. He will be there. So on that Wednesday, the buyers who are coming from Dubai, all my shipping agents, everybody was at the port. We were waiting for him. Then his phone went off. We couldn't reach him anymore. He didn't turn on his phone till like 2 days later. And then when he even turned on his phone, we realized that he never left Cameroon and he never got any goods. There were no goods for him. And as I speak to you today, I never got my money back. And
Oh
of course,
my
I never saw the
God.
goods. So what that prompted me to do was to be able to start my own farm here in Nigeria. So I had to come back to my own country and mind my business in my country. So yes, I have a farm, not true, and then I'm starting a small one here in Abuja as well, where we had to now introduce a service where we nurture from seed to seedling for you or for anybody, whereby you can then just buy the seedling and plant in your house. Just make sure there's water, and the plant will grow into a tree for you at no stress and no cost. So if you want cocoa, you can always have cocoa in your backyard. You can always have cocoa by your side, and that's what I did, because that I believe is my own way, or my own little way of helping people not go through what I went through at the
True.
time I was just coming into the industry. So those were like the major challenges that I faced. And I think, and I believe now that things have changed a lot. So we do not give monies before anymore. We rather do things like if you have the products, you bring it, we see it, and when we see it, we pay for it. Nobody is going to give you money before. So that has now become like a norm now, like everyone
Normal.
knows, because a lot of people, if you listen to the stories of the Europeans, you pity them. So it's not even only the Europeans, even we Nigerians are actually going through the same thing. Or we Africans, they're doing it straight to the Africans now as well. Like no conscience, no. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, and I an industry where things will be better, definitely. Young educated people are coming now into the industry from Ghana, from Cameroon. You have more educated people coming in. So we hope to see a better industry. Yes.
Wow, that
But
was
those were some main challenges that I dealt with at the time. And just because I'm not the type that likes to give up. I stay determined and resilient on whatever it is I've set my mind to. I just believe that there's always a way. Once there's a way, there must be another way. And as we always jokingly say, many roads lead to heaven. So if one way is not working, try another way. Always try another way. Keep trying another way until you have another way. That's how it has worked for me. But those were the key challenges that I faced when I got into the industry.
Wow. I mean, I'm glad you were able to turn the table around. That were major challenges. I mean, guys, we could imagine trusting somebody for a product and you paid ahead of time, in good faith and just expecting your products to come and like not showing up. And then, you try other means and, open for the best. And that one, another bigger scale and nothing. I mean, those are things that are really kind of like sufficient enough to really shut you out of like, what? This is not my space again. But like you said, you rise from those challenges. When one door closes, you look for other ways to doing it. You are resilient. And I can see even today, like as we are doing this now, I could see your daughter coming around like, this is my mom. Yes, we are so proud of your mom for what your mom is doing. And that is something with women, with you, able to not let those things to be an obstacle, those things to be stumbling block. Those were enough excuses, or not even excuse, there were enough and legit reasons for people to say, I can't do this anymore. I have been burned one time, then second time again. I mean, come on. But then you were still able to turn those things around and you are able to continue to do what you're doing. And so thank God that you're able to move past those challenges. Tell us some of the big things that you're doing now, because now you have a
Oh,
farm. You are farming, you are producing all this cocoa bean, you are processing them, you are getting them into finished products that we can use at home. Please tell me more about those.
okay. So yes, so we process cocoa beans into what's it called? Cocoa butter, where you could use in your home, even for cooking, for your baking, for chocolate making. So we process that. We create nibs. Nibs is something that a lot of people are not actually used to, but it's an amazing addition to your cereals, and because it's like it's actually, I saw like a video recently where it was said that research had said that it actually helps you to regenerate your stem cells. The
Ooh,
leaves is directly from
the
cocoa.
nib. Okay.
Yes, yeah. So and it helps like your brain power and all of that. It's amazing. So it's something that you can chew on its own. It's directly from the cocoa beans. So
Oh,
we have the
wow.
cocoa powder, where we have the alkalized natural cocoa powder, where ice cream industries, bakeries, and all of that, they come up for that. Then we have the cocoa cake, we have the cocoa mass, we have the cocoa shell butter, which I recently introduced into the market.
Oh,
But yes,
wow.
yes, I've gotten I'm an onboarded supplier to about three major factories in the Netherlands right now. So I supply them directly. I am also working on the biggest factory in Poland. I'm supposed to start supplying them as from next month as well. Um, I ship my products to the United States and India, yes, India and the Middle East, Dubai. There are two upcoming markets that we're going to start servicing between this month and next month. So I believe that my resilience has really paid off,
Hmm.
at the end of the day. I'm really grateful that I didn't give up at the time that I would have, right? I stayed strong, and instead, I tried to change the tides and put in more things and create more value to be able to, patch myself up, I would like to say. So I'm grateful. So those are like the great things where you're creating something that people are like, in great demand for, and you
Mm-hmm.
are the main person that can actually, and we're also working on something because they have loads of farmers in Ghana. They only know how to, like, plant the cocoa beans and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to process it into these other great things that I do. So I'm actually working with those farmers now to see how I can create like a really big cocoa processing factory where people can actually come in. You have cocoa beans, you don't have the know-how, you can
Hmm.
come into our factory and we'll actually process it for you and give it to you. So you can actually sell that and add that to whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm working on that with a lot of farmers in Togo, in Ghana, and in Lome presently. So we're working out on model whereby I will process for them, and then they can also sell it, to the global markets as well.
Global market.
Like I always say, one for all and all for one. The market is really big, and not one person can actually fill everywhere. So the more we are, definitely the merrier.
Wow. I mean, I'm really liking your journey, and this is an inspiration to everyone out there, that you are not defined by the setbacks that you encounter in life, that like she has a very resilient spirit. I love that. Able to channel through the challenges, able to find way around it. And now today, before she was like a middle person, for cocoa exporting, helping people to get the product. She was just like a middle person. And because of the challenges and what she found out that happened in the cocoa business, she was able to say, you know what? I can be an agent of change. I can turn things around. I can move the needle. And I believe every one of us, we can do the same. So now she has a farm, all right? She has a cocoa farm, not even just one. She has cocoa farms. And she produce the cocoa and then she process it. I mean, like, it's like from the onset to the finished product, from the seed to the finished product. So she process it. No, she talks about cocoa butter. I mean, and shea butter. Everybody, the benefit of shea butter. So she has that nibs, cocoa powder. I mean, like everything, and to the point that right now she's working with other farmers, in other nations that they produce the cocoa, but they cannot process it. So now she's into that space of helping other people process their own cocoa beans. So, guys, if you are in cocoa business, if you are interested in that, and she exports her products, she talks about Netherlands, she talks about the European countries, she talks about India, she talks about Poland, she talks about Dubai, like all these places have a product. So if you want to partner with her and you want to be a distributor of all of these thing that she has, which are really good for us. They have health benefit, guys. This is your go-to person. If you are in the cocoa business, this is your go-to person. And if you are just in business generally and you really want to be able to come back after a setback, she is your go-to person. And she also has written a book, which I really want her to talk about, because they are going to talk about 7 streams of income. And for everyone that is listening, that is watching this, if you stay to the end, she's saying she's giving a free download of that book. Oh my. So please talk about, we're going to talk about the book a little bit, but I just want you to really cheer to women or any people out there, any individuals out there that are in business or maybe in life generally, that they have encountered challenges. How can people turn those setbacks around? How can we move past some losses? I mean, you had some major financial losses. How can we move past those things? If you can just encourage business people out there.
Ah, they say that life is a journey. Is a journey. It moves in a circle.
Mm,
You know, sometimes you're up, other times you're down. But the beauty of it is it keeps moving.
mm,
So you don't have to be worried or whatever. It's like I always say, whatever when you go through really tough times, it's just a phase. And everything that has a beginning, usually, always has an end. It's just like the law of gravity. Whatever you throw up, it surely must come down. So that's how I view things. So no matter what setbacks you have in life, always try to look at the opportunities that lie therein. Like I always say, no matter what obstacles are put on your path, turn them into trampolines that push you into that height that you are supposed to get to. Sometimes God Himself tries to mold us, and the only way He can mold us is through challenges, is through tests. So you must now be able to be discerning enough to turn those tests into testimonies, turn those obstacles into trampolines. That is only when you can now see the benefits of those tests, those setbacks, those blockages that have been on your path. You must be able to be discerning, patient, determined, and resilient enough
mm,
to be able to understand the whole process and take it that every step in time is just a phase, is just a step, and you will get to that place where you are destined to get to. Just stay patient, stay resilient, determined, and prayerful. Always hold on to God. He's the author, He's the finisher of our faith. He knows the end even before we started anything. So put your trust in Him. There's nothing, trust me, there's nothing you cannot overcome. Nothing,
wow.
nothing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that words of encouragement. So stay resilient. Like you said, everything in life is a circle. So whichever circle you are in now, that circle is going to fade out. But through it all, stay positive, stay committed, and even stay prayerful. All right, we are almost wrapping up. So do you want to share a little bit about your book, the Seven Streams
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle?
Basically, the seven streams lifestyle is supposed to be like a manual to every woman, even every man, right? I just believe that in we all know how, for example, if the economy here in Nigeria, I don't think it's ideal for you to have one income. I don't even think it's ideal for you to have two incomes. I believe that you can solely make seven streams, and once you are able to have those seven streams, it's more or less like you have passed all the tests that you
Mm,
need to go through. So in that book, what I did was I took challenges of real life individuals dealing with debt. Some were dealing with debt, some were dealing with issues, young people who were coming onto the scene, and they are blessed right now. You have things like TikTok, you have things like Instagram where you can monetize. Those are amazing opportunities. Then when you start making that money, how are you utilizing the money? Because
mm,
I always say something, money becomes a liability when you are not putting it to good use. So it's not just in earning money, it's not making money. How is the money working for you?
for you.
Money must be working for you with your employee. So the day it stops working for you, it becomes a liability to you.
Mm,
So it is important that you put your money to use. So basically, that's what the book generally will teach you. Teach you how to apply your money for those who are earning money. How do you invest your money to be able to get to open even more streams of income for you? So basically, that's what the book is about. But the best thing is it takes real life situations of different people. So it's
Mm.
you see yourself. If you're not seeing yourself in Ashake, you see yourself in one other person. You see yourself in. So there are real life situations of different people that I try to put into the book, and also how to help them get out of that situation. You
Yeah.
have this a lady who had gotten married to her husband for 10 years. So, and he had told her never to walk, never to do anything. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. One day out of the blues, he comes up and he says he's not interested in the marriage anymore. She
Mm.
has 4 children. Where does she start? How does she start? So those were real life stories. And then I taught how exactly the practical solutions to be able to overcome those situations.
Those
So
scenarios.
basically, that's what the book. And I believe that anyone who reads it would see themselves in one of the characters.
Character.
It's just what it is. Yes.
Wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you. So we're talking about the seven streams lifestyle. Like she talked about, one income is not enough. Two income is not enough. She talks about seven. And like she said in the book, you have a homework to do there and also some lifestyle, some real people experience so that you can really see how things unfold. So if you're listening, if you watch this to the end, you're going to have access to that. And if you actually want a hard copy of the book, it's actually on Amazon. So they can ship it to you. So it's on Amazon. I've gone there, it's there, seven streams lifestyle. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. The book is available right there. All right. So as we wrap up, is there anything? I know we've been here for quite some time. If you have any last word, any little message, anything you just really want to share with the audience, even as we wrap up.
What I would like to say is I believe that deep inside of you, there's always something. There's always that idea. And you do not have to kill it because you feel you're not good enough. I don't have the money to start. I'm not in the right place. This is
Mm.
not the right time. The beauty about life is there's no sorry. Yeah, so we all have that idea or that great idea inside of us, but we believe that this is not the right time. I don't have the money right now. I'm not in the right place right now. The beauty about life is there's no such thing as the right time.
Mm.
Run with that idea. However you're going to start it.
Got
And
it.
when you see, how do you know a business that's going to stand the test of time? It's a business that is able to bring you money. It's not you investing huge capital in it. No, it's a business that you start with 5 naira, and from that 5 naira, you're able to make 100 naira, or you're able to make 20 naira from it. And when you keep going, it turns into 100 naira. That's a business that you know is going to stand its test of time. And you would know, and before you even know it, that business will scale on its own, right? So start that idea wherever you are. Don't wait. There's no best time. There's no right time. The
Mm.
best time is now. So start that idea now with whatever you have, wherever you are. Whether it's your kitchen you want to start from, whether it's wherever you are, start right now. And you would see that that business will grow with your passion, your determination, and your persistence. And of course, hoping and praying and believing in Almighty God.
Yes.
He alone blesses, waters, and increases. Like I always say, I plant, but God waters, and what God gives me the increase. Whatever increase I have today is God that gives it, and it's God that waters it. So we all just plant. So keep planting and keep growing and keep believing in God and stay persistent, stay resilient, stay determined. The future is yours and you make the best of it. So that's all I want to say.
Wow, wow, wow. This has been an amazing session. And there probably going to be a part two because in the part two, we're going to be talking about, some of the strengths, or when somebody's building a business, what are the things that help that business to grow? So we're going to be talking about that in part two. But this has been a blessing. Even myself, I am empowered, I'm encouraged. I've learned one or two things from this session today. So, guys, you can take the time and watch this over and over again, because in life challenges will come. But she was able to navigate those challenges. Those things now become a stepping stone for her to being able to go fully into the cocoa bean business. Now, farming, producing it, processing it, processing it into the finished products, and also helping other people to process it. No, she has get her own fair share of challenges, but she's able to rise above those things. So it's been amazing session. So at least do one of the things she talked about today. If it's your resilient spirit, is it to look at other ways of doing things, if it's to do your research before you start that business, whatever it is, make sure you pick one thing that you share today and apply it. And we want to hear your story in the comment section. And if you would like to connect with her, we are going to have all of the information. If you go down there now, you're going to see all of the information. If you want to be a distributor, if you have a cocoa farm, whatever it is, if you need help with anything in that space, she is available for you. And like she said, you can start something today with the little you have, without $5, without £5, without £5 sterling that you have, that €5. Don't look down to be like, oh, this is so insignificant, but that can open door to multiple finances for you. But do your due research, plant. You have an active role to play in planting. God will not do for us what we can do. That is our responsibilities. When we do our part, then God waters, like she said, and God put the increase on it, and then we harvest the increase. Everything comes from God. So today we want to say thank you, Mtupua, thank you, and special thanks to your daughter as well. We appreciate her. She's another guest of honor who is here today. We appreciate her. I'm a mother, so I have them. So thank you for taking the
Thank you
time
so
to
much.
actually do this. We are so grateful for your time and for what you are doing, because what you are doing is touching lives and is turning some families around. When people don't have to go through those pain again, when they can see that just small cocoa can open doors for other things. So thank you. And for those who are eating it as well, at least, we have food to eat, and then our skin looking good from, the cocoa butter, the shea butter, all of those things. Thank you for what you do. We are so grateful. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. And all the best to all that you are doing. And I
Thank
know one of these days I'm going to get hand on your products. I want to, to just be part of that family that uses your product. So
you.
thank
So
you
amazing. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, guys, if this has added value to you, you know what to do. Please make sure you click on the subscribe. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you share as well. Because when you are doing that, we are able to bring these phenomenal people here to share their experience with us, and also to leave us with tips and nuggets to be successful, whether in our career, whether in business, or whether in finances. Like I'm to watch here today, 7 streams lifestyle. You need that, and you get that from here. So please help us to share this. This is on YouTube, Achievers Club TV. This is on Apple Podcast, Achievers Pod. This is on iHeartRadio. This is on Spotify. So make sure you are following us, liking, commenting, and share. Until I see you again, this is your lady, First Lady. Continue to achieve success. God bless you. Have a great time. Bye bye.